Welcome back everybody to the next video in the video series. On today's video, we're going to be going over kind of nutrition and how I fuel for my activities, my runs mainly. I kind of follow a super simple nutrition plan. Basically, I do about a 20% for fats. I use macros to track everything, macronutrients, carbs, proteins, and fats. I prefer my body runs great on about 20% of those calories coming from carbs, about 45%, or not carbs, from fats rather, 20% from fats, about 45% from carbs, and about 35% from protein. The carbs and the protein used to be opposites, but as I have added on more and more running, I have realized that I need to kind of get more carbs so that I can fuel my runs and my workouts in the gym, and then also biking and swimming and all the other activities that I do. I'll kind of go over each category, kind of how I do it. As far as fats, I take fish oils on a daily basis. That's not a ton of fats, but you're going to get a little bit of fats from that. I try and make sure I'm eating some just unsweetened, unsalted nuts, macadamia nuts, planters, like peanuts, stuff like that. We do fish, not every night, but usually 1 or 2 nights a week. We try and do some fish or some fish food, or fish type food, shellfish, regular fish, all sorts of different things. And I would say a vast majority of that, of my fats, come from stuff like that. Obviously, I do eat not the healthiest diet of all time. I'm kind of relaxed right now on my diet, but sometimes I will have some chips, stuff like that. They do have fats. It's not the best type of fats for you, but you do get fats from that. As far as proteins, my proteins are pretty straightforward. I do a small protein shake every day, pretty much. Protein bar every day, and then other than that, all of my proteins come from chicken breast, come from fish as well, lots of protein in that. Or I do eat a ton of bison, either steaks, ground. We have a little bit of cow, and then we have pork as well. We always have it in bulk, so there's plenty to be had. That's great. That makes it easy to get my protein in on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Just making sure my protein intake staying high so that my muscles aren't degrading over time. My carbs are, again, I go very simple. We do a lot of rice. I eat tons and tons of rice. Vegetables, I eat lots of vegetables. There's a lot of fiber and stuff like that in the vegetables too. And then obviously all the nutrients that we also need as well. I eat a ton of fruit. That's another thing that I eat is, as far as carbs, is fruit. Backtracking a little bit, protein, I also get a lot of Greek yogurt and dairy in, obviously with my protein shake. I'll get some dairy. Going back to carbs on top of the fruit, we'll do potatoes, pretty much any different way you can imagine. We do sweet potatoes, we do regular potatoes mashed, we do regular potatoes air fried. Every once in a while we'll make them in the oven. So all sorts of kind of different ways there, but get about, like I said in the beginning, about 45% of my calories are from the carbs, about 35% or so are from the proteins, and then roughly 20% is from the fats. That's what has worked for me. The way I do it throughout the day is I like to start my day with carbs, because I usually either run first thing in the morning or gym first thing in the morning. So I'll get a bowl of cereal, maybe some rice cakes with some jelly on it, kind of a couple different options there. We can definitely, or I've definitely had a bunch of different carbs in the morning, but I do like to carb first thing when I wake up, kind of give your body a little wake up energy and get into it. About midday, I'll have a leftover meal from the night before, which ends up being majority of protein and then a decent amount of carbs to fuel my either evening workout or evening run. And then in the night, I will get about an equal portion to my lunch, as well as about a decent portion of protein, decent portion of carbs as well. Throughout the day, kind of between meals, I snack a little bit. I have usually a couple boiled eggs throughout the day, a protein bar, maybe some fruit, like an apple, kiwis. Recently, we bought a bunch of kiwis. I've been eating those. And then at night, at the end of the night, I may have that protein shake that I talked about earlier if I don't have it in the morning. Sometimes I'll make fruit smoothies with the protein instead, so just kind of mix it up, but I like to space it out throughout the day. The big meals being right before, or carb heavy meals rather, not big in proportion, but big as far as carb density, right before my workout. So before my run and before my gym sessions, I try and have a decent amount of carbs. That helps me kind of get through the workouts or the runs. Runs mostly are definitely carb fueled. I have been upping my intake to my pre-run. If it's a regular 40-minute to an hour run, I'll do 60 to 40 or 40 to 60 carbs. If I've been going past that up into the hour and a half range, recently I've been getting up into the 80 carbs per meal. And usually these meals are 30 minutes to an hour before I do the exercise. That tends to help me kind of digest a little bit and then have all the energy I need. I'm not really pushed into the range where I need to start carbing during my runs. As I push out into the 2 hours and past, I think I will have to start doing that. Obviously, I've done a couple when I've done my marathons, my 50Ks. But as I get into this training block for the 50 miler this summer, I will definitely have to start carving during my meals. I'm gonna practice getting time on feet. I want to get a couple 4-hour days, couple 5-hour days, just get my body ready for it. Whether that's running, hiking, walking, rucking with pack on my back or with a weight on my back, so that I can kind of get used to having a little bit of weight too while I'm running. We're gonna kind of try a bunch of different stuff this year. We're gonna keep the miles high. We're gonna keep the intensity low, because during a 50 miler, I do not plan on winning. I just want to go out there and I want to put up the best time that I possibly can. That's my goal for myself. I haven't exactly talked about the one that I plan on doing yet, so probably the next full-length video on the channel here will be that video, so stay tuned for that. If you guys have any questions on nutrition, kind of what I'm eating, the times that I'm eating certain things or certain meals, or you have any suggestions for different things I could try as far as nutrition, I'm always open to ideas. I try as much stuff as I possibly can, because you just never know. There's a lot of people who are a lot smarter than me, and I have been consuming a bunch of their content over the years and trying to grow kind of my knowledge on how to make your body function in the way you want it to. Again, a lot of people a lot smarter than me that I've learned from. So if you have any comments on anything or any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments, and I will check it throughout the next couple weeks. And if it's something I can add into my plan, I definitely will. So if not, then hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week. Go out there and get it.